Shalom. Hey guys, it's Jeff from Well Watered Ministry usually I do a Forethought Friday, but today I'm going to do a Reverse Thought Friday. Yep, let's go backwards instead of forward. I want to go back and see just where did the word church originate from. We must remember that the English language is only 1,600 years old, and our Bibles, the Old Testament was written in Hebrew around 1445 BC to 570 BC, over 3,000 years before the English language. And the New Testament was written 50 AD to 100 AD in Greek, some 1,500 years before English. So let's back up and see what church meant in Greek and then Hebrew and find out who really is the church according to our Bible, because that's what matters. So let's look at Greek. In Greek, they translated church from Ekklesia. Now, Ekklesia means called out ones, but not just simply called out ones, but a gathering of those called out by YHVH, or God, the Hebrew name of the God of our Bibles. So we see that the word church came from Ekklesia in Greek, meaning called out ones by YHVH, or God. Okay, that seems to fit with what we call church now. So let's see what it means in Hebrew. For the Hebrew language is older, and it was translated to Greek as the whole Bible was in the Septuagint. Well, in Hebrew, the word ekklesia, which was translated from Greek to English, was what? Church, right. So in Hebrew, as we go back from church to ekklesia, both meaning called out ones by the God of our Bibles, is, okay, listen close now, the Hebrew word that ekklesia was translated from, and which church was translated as Qahal, and it meant gathering. And the only gathering in the Old Testament was what? Was who? Israel. That's right, Israel. The original church is, was, and forever will be Israel. It has never changed. The only thing that changed was a bad translation, and on purpose, might I add, to cause a separation of Israel and the Gentiles and the Jews, trying to push that, the church replaced Israel. My friends, not in the God of my Bible's eyes. It's just a loose, bad translation. Over 70 times in the Old Testament, when they translated the Septuagint into English, which was in Greek, they replaced Israel with Ekklesia. And then when they translated our Bibles from Greek to English, they used church, causing a separation of Israel, the church, to their God, pushing that Israel is no longer the chosen, but the church is. They translated Israel almost 100 times in the New Testament into Ekklesia in Greek, and then the church in English, and it said Israel the whole time. It's time we get back to the language of our Bibles and see what the church is, Israel, and who the church is, the virgin bride of the Christ, and why the church is. To do exactly what Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus the Messiah, did. For he said, and I quote your Bibles here, I came not before the lost sheep of Israel. Not the church, but the lost sheep of Israel, because that's his church. So let's realize what we are. We are Israel, who we are, his virgin bride, and why we are. Yeshua is coming for us. And let's bind that broken olive tree back, Qahal, as one. Shalom.